Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Recently, I've been getting some questions on the LT Wright GNS, which stands for Go No Show. And a video comparing these and showing some measurements will be the easiest way for me to answer these questions. So, to the dude that's been messaging me about the GNS, here we go. So here are two versions of the GNS. The GNS comes with a JRE Industries sheath, which is a K, is what size it is. Some of them are dangler, some of them are not, with or without a ferro rod loop. There's so many different ways that you can get knives from LT Wright. This is actually the first LT Wright knife that I ever got. I had my heart set on a Bush Baby for a long time, and they always just sold out at Georgia Bushcraft. And it was my birthday one year, and my wife was just like, get you one. And I looked and looked and looked, and this one was the most expensive knife that I had ever purchased at the time. It's AEBL, full flat, maple handles or scales, loveless bolts, orange liners. Like, this thing is just dead sexy, as Austin Powers used to say. Wonderful knife. But see, I could have got this exact same setup in 01, or I could get a Scandi AEBL with orange micarta scales. Like, there's so many different ways that you can get these things. This is 01 Scandi brown canvas micarta. That's brown and tan canvas are my favorite scale materials. They wear in really well. I'm not a huge fan of a shiny blade. AEBL is AEBL. I'm not going to worry about it shine. But having like a 01 that's just blinging, I can't handle. So I dyed this guy with apple cider vinegar in a past video. But this is a full-size woodlore-esque option for a fixed blade. I brought a couple knives to compare them to, size-wise, that I think a lot of people may have that they can refer to in this video if they're really wondering about size. So this is just a stainless steel Mora companion. So it's not much longer than a companion, but it's quite a bit beefier width-wise. Weight, it's also quite a bit heavier than the companion, but it's a robust knife. You know, they're guaranteed forever, so it has to be made well. Here's it compared to a 511. I don't know, have you ever seen a 511 like this? These are exclusively for Ragweed Forge. If you don't have one, you should get one. It's the only place they can be found nowadays. Ragweed Forge. But there's a, look at it from above, size-wise. So it is a considerable amount bigger than the Mora. But some measurements for these guys. My camera don't want to fall over. I'll put these dudes up. So, overall length, we are looking at approximately, I'm going to say 9 5/8 inches long. We have about 4 5/8 blade and 5 inches of handle. The width of this guy is about 1 3/16 inches wide. This one's going to be, I'm not sure if it's 1/8 inch. It looks a little thicker than 1/8 inch, but sometimes these steels vary slightly. But it's pretty close to 1/8 of an inch. Again, materials, all kind of materials you can get in these things. Sometimes you can get them in, like I've seen MagnaCut and 3V and all kind of crazy stuff with these 8.2, all kind of steels. I'm going to say 01, in my opinion, is all that you need, really, if you're for a working tool for a bushcraft blade. 01 Scandi from LT Wright is ridiculously slicey. Like, it'll do everything that you wish it to do. If, depending on where you are, I'm nowhere near the coast, so corrosion resistance is not a big deal for me. I really don't. I don't need it. But if you are looking for some corrosion resistance in something, AEBL is a good call. And it's considerably cheaper than like MagnaCut or something like that also. But it's a good steel. It's a high carbon stainless steel. But all of LT Wright knives come with a good sharp 90-degree spine. Some people don't love that, but if you have used a 90-degree spine, it's handy. If you've used one, you know what I mean. All of your scales are going to be pretty close to the same. They're all going to finish really similar. That's just going to come from knife to knife. It's a good full-sized grip on there, and it's if you look at it, it's kind of similar to the way the handhold is on the 511, just with a couple little dips on there. Some people like a guard. I don't mind one without one, but it is handy if you're going to do a lot of stabbing. Carbon wise, I don't really need one on there, but different strokes for different folks. But this is the GNS. One more time, I'll show them beside each other. I threw this one on the ground. Come here. Compared to these guys, just to try to get a size. Great knife. Good full-size worker. But there you go, guys. That should answer your questions a little better. Give you something to kind of compare it to. And there's the sheaths that it comes with. JREs. And this one has a LT Wright ferro rod in it too. Dang, I haven't got that dude out in a long time. It's crusty rusty. But they put some sweet scales on there. That won't hurt nothing. We can scrape that off. Yeah, it doesn't really affect it. But that's just from being stuck in there and lives in the knife drawer. I live in Georgia. It's pretty humid. But there you go, guys. GNS LT Wright. You get to choose your flavors on these guys. But check out all the other content we have on the LT Wright page. There's a lot of people doing a lot of fun stuff. This polar vortex, or whatever it's called, is coming in down here at the house. It's starting to snow. Maybe we get another week's worth of snow. But I appreciate all the support. You can check out other stuff at Bushcraft Kelso on Instagram. There's a lot of stuff from LT Wright knives floating around on Instagram. Also, we have a bunch of super awesome creators making stuff. Again, we appreciate it. Later.